he made a nice point. He said that it is well known that Krishna gives two types of mercy. The sweet one and the bitter one. The sweet one is something which, and I would like to talk on this starting here. My subject is, how do we feel the Lord's hand in our life? What could we call a genuinely divine intervention, something which comes and moves our life? So, when the Lord deals with us sweetly, He gives us undeserved mercy. We find very good arrangements in our life. We meet the right persons. Maybe obstacles are taken away from us. Like that, the mercy is sweet. But when He chooses to give us His bitter mercy, it is often corrections, which He sends our way. Lessons from which we can learn, even at times illnesses which bring us to understand that we need to go into a different phase of our life. His sweet mercy we like very much, but the bitter mercy we all have our difficulties with. Sweet mercy often means construction. It brings us forward, it moves us up, and bitter mercy often means deconstruction. Everything is taken away from a person who gets that mercy. And it is said it's even the special mercy of the Lord to deal with us in such a way. After the deconstruction, always we find out comes a new construction, which is much, much, much better than what was before in our life. But at first, the sweet mercy sounds very desirable, and the bitter mercy, oh, not again, please, sounds very difficult. We say, how much can I take, my Lord? In Vrindavan, they call the sweet mercy, they have a word for this, Gulabjamun, and the bitter mercy they call Neem. Neem, if you take a neem leaf, it's so bitter that it really moves your whole mouth, and you look in your face like someone who has tasted neem. It's visible everywhere. HH Swami now says, actually I should first say, both from an absolute point of view are necessary, and as we will be listening to this presentation, I hope to make you understand why and how both types of divine gifts, the sweet and the bitter, are both equally good and equally necessary. Because from an absolute point of view, they come from Krishna. And whatever comes from Krishna can only be good because he is the well-wisher of everyone, especially of his devotees. HH Swami makes a very interesting point. He's the famous commentator on the Bhagavatam, who was so often quoted by Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He says, if we understand that Krishna is always fair and kind, the door which leads out of the material world opens very widely. But if we blame Krishna or turn against Krishna, when we get that type of bitter mercy, the door of the material world gets a very good lock and is closed forever. It's so important to accept Krishna's two types of mercy in an equal way, so that someone who does will find the door to the kingdom of God opening wide, and someone who blames Krishna, like the German housewives, the nervous German housewives, they will find the door closing. What did the nervous Germans do? Well, when their husbands did not return from Second World War, the churches in Germany became empty, except for the mice and flies, because they thought these wives, the Lord has acted unfairly with us. He is not our friend, he is our enemy. We don't want to go into his house. It's not safe there any longer. And they became atheists. Prabhupada said that one of his German godbrothers told him this, and he mentioned this in a lecture.